We go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com to be specific. You can find them in person at 114th and Davenport Street, but they will work with you and figure out your best situation as a borrower who is looking to buy a new house. They will match you with the appropriate bank and the appropriate financing products. See, that's just the thing. They're not a bank. They're a mortgage broker, so they get to work with a lot of different banks and make good matches between borrowers and banks. And so it's nice to have them on your side. Been doing this for well over 30 years, and we strongly recommend them. We personally know Holly Schneiderwin, who runs the place and does an outstanding job of it. And once again, you can find them at eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, first up on the news, this is pretty cool. Omaha-based Scooters Coffee has now opened its 700th location. It is in Elkhart, Indiana, by the way, in case you want to stop by. 29 states now, and they are actively growing towards their publicly stated goal of 1,000 locations by the end of next year. And so it's always good to see a local business growing like leaps and bounds, but they are hustling and working it really hard.
They've got a lot of private equity behind them, and it's a well-run organization. But that doesn't stop. We're working with another coffee chain that's regional, that's coming in, that wants coffee kiosks. And there's more to come. And they're not afraid of each other. Scooters has always gone next to Starbucks. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, I know it's a liquid business. And I always use that joke. But
pretty funny.
Thank you, sir. But we're running out of pad sites and end caps.
Well, I remember many, many years ago, for some reason, I got tricked into going to a Shrek movie, and there was one funny scene in it. There was some sort of disaster, and a bunch of people were in a coffee shop with a lot of green around it, so it was implying like it was Starbucks, but it didn't say Starbucks. And then all of a sudden, they ran across the street to the other Starbucks location across the street. It's kind of getting that way. Now, this coffee chain you're working with, what's that?
It's Mocha Java. They're out of Wisconsin. They have locations in Alaska and Minnesota. And check them out online, Mocha Java. And we're just reviewing locations right now.
Very cool. Well, we have our new Brad Williams construction update video posted on growomaha.com. Highly recommend you take a look at it. If you want to see it, just go to the Grow Omaha website, and when you get there, you will see navigation bar. It says shows, and one of the shows on the drop down is the construction video. Brad does this several times a year. It's sponsored by Leader Construction, but in this month's video, pretty much every bit of it is shot from the sky. A couple times a year, Brad will rent a helicopter, and he goes and just shoots videos and stills of cool construction projects. But some of the projects you'll see in this month's video: Gretna Logistics Park, which is south of Nebraska Crossing, the Facebook data center campus, the two Google data centers that are on the Nebraska side of the metro. He doesn't shoot the Council Bluffs ones this time. Casino construction progress at Horseman's Park, Mutual of Omaha Tower, the Crossroads, Kennedy Square on North 30th Street, all sorts of stuff, and really cool seeing those aerial videos.
People that haven't been in Omaha for a while, if they see this video, I sent this to a couple of people that are from Omaha but maybe live in Kansas City and other places. They just can't believe the amount of construction that's going on here.
Yeah, sometimes despite the fact that you and I talk about this every week on the radio, I can't believe all of the construction that's going on here. Habitat for Humanity of Omaha is adding office space at a second location to accommodate their growth and activity. So Habitat will lease space in the Ashton building at Millwork Commons. This is part of North Downtown near 13th and Cumming Street. Now, Habitat will continue to utilize their existing office space at 24th and Clark Street. And then we got some good news here. The Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Papillion, which is just south of the Sumter Amphitheater. The actual address is 11691 South 108th Street. Is under construction now. Grading has started. They're doing the dirt work there. This is going to be a $7.3 million project expected to open next June. And this is not just going to be your ordinary run-of-the-mill memorial. It'll also have very much of a park environment and feel.
Educational aspect, and it'll be a lot of black granite, I believe. And super proud of Brian Thomas in our office, who is on the board of the Veterans Memorial Park Committee, and he served 24 years in the Air Force.
Yeah, and Brian, a lot of people recognize that name because he's a frequent guest co-host here on Grow Omaha. And finally, construction is underway, and a small building has been removed at 30th and Leavenworth for the Square Apartments. This is going to be a pretty nice size building, 4 stories, kind of long. It's going to take up like an entire block or more, 73 apartment units in there. And that area, Trenton, around 30th and Leavenworth, is really blowing up right now because you had the Mill Coffee Shop open earlier this year, and there's a lot of storefront businesses opening up along that stretch. You go just a little bit further to the west, a lot of activity related to the Med Center. I can remember when you and I were growing up in Omaha, Leavenworth was kind of like a ugly corridor.
Lock your doors. We've talked about that before on here over the years, and I've sold some buildings there. Leavenworth is really getting modern and
looking good
and being rejuvenized.
Yeah, Leavenworth, if it keeps
rejuvenated, that should be.
Yeah, if it keeps going the way it's going, and there are other projects planned on that Leavenworth corridor, it's going to be one of the cooler urban corridors in town. And that is your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, EagleMortgageCompany.com.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.